It all started with a cryptic post, an image shared on social media, a subtle hint that something was not right. Fans had been speculating for days, but now, the truth is beginning to surface. Kim Taehyung, the beloved member of BTS, has reportedly fallen seriously ill following an extreme winter military training incident. What exactly happened? Why is Jungkook's reaction sending fans into a frenzy? And most importantly, how bad is Taehyung's condition? Taehyung, like the rest of BTS, has been fulfilling his mandatory military service, a reality that all Korean male idols must face. However, for weeks, ARMY noticed something unusual. There was a complete lack of updates about Taehyung's whereabouts. While other members occasionally appeared in glimpses or were mentioned in news articles, Taehyung seemed to have vanished from the radar. Speculation ran wild. Some fans assumed he was simply focusing on his duties, while others feared something more serious was happening behind the scenes. Then, whispers started circulating, rumors of an incident during military training, something that left Taehyung struggling. But no one could have predicted just how serious it was. Winter military training in South Korea is known to be brutal. Soldiers are subjected to grueling exercises in sub-zero temperatures, often wearing minimal gear to toughen their resilience. It is not for the faint-hearted, and even the strongest of recruits can suffer under such conditions. Could it be that Taehyung, despite his endurance, was pushed beyond his limits? According to insider sources, Taehyung participated in a high-intensity winter training session that involved prolonged exposure to extreme cold. The details remain scarce, but reports suggest that his body took a serious hit. Whether it was frostbite, hypothermia, or an aggravated pre-existing condition, one thing was clear: Taehyung's health was compromised. After weeks of uncertainty, news finally broke. Taehyung was unwell. It wasn't an official statement from HYB or the military, but rather a slip of information that quickly gained traction. Soon after, medical experts weighed in, sharing their concerns over what could have caused such a sudden health decline. Doctors familiar with military training conditions explained that severe cold exposure could lead to various complications, including respiratory infections, nerve damage, and extreme fatigue. The possibility of pneumonia, a common yet dangerous outcome of harsh winter training, became a major concern among fans. Could Taehyung be battling a serious illness? Just when things couldn't get more emotional, Jungkook did something that sent shockwaves through the fandom. During a recent live session, Jungkook was asked about Taehyung. Instead of his usual bright and energetic demeanor, he hesitated. His expression darkened for a split second before he quickly moved on to another topic. ARMY is known for analyzing every detail, and this time was no exception. Why would Jungkook, Taehyung's closest friend in BTS, react like that? Was he holding back tears? Was he forbidden from speaking about the situation? Or was he simply too emotional to address it? Speculation exploded. Some fans believed Jungkook's reaction was a clear sign that Taehyung's condition was serious, while others hoped he was just overwhelmed with concern. Could it be that Taehyung was in a military hospital, recovering from an undisclosed illness? As news of Taehyung's health struggles spread, ARMY took to social media to express their worry. Hashtags like #GetWellSoonTaehyung and #StayStrongV trended worldwide. Fan art, heartfelt messages, and prayers flooded the internet as millions united in hopes of Taehyung's swift recovery. The sheer love and support were overwhelming, proving once again that BTS is not just a music group, it's a family, and their fans are an extension of that family. But amidst all the outpouring of love, there was another lingering question. Why hasn't HYB addressed the situation? Normally, when a BTS member faces health issues, HYB releases a statement. But this time, there was nothing, no confirmation, no denial, just silence. This only fueled speculation further. Was the company trying to keep the situation under wraps? Did they fear causing mass panic among fans? In the past, HYB had been transparent about members' health, such as when Suga underwent shoulder surgery or when Jin suffered an injury. So, why was Taehyung's case different? Could it mean that his condition was more severe than anyone anticipated? With no official statement from HYB, fans are left in limbo. Will Taehyung make a public appearance soon to reassure his fans? Or will we continue to get subtle hints from Jungkook and other BTS members? One thing is certain, ARMY will not rest until they know Taehyung is safe and healthy. His well-being is the top priority, and no amount of silence will stop fans from demanding answers. As we wait for updates, one question looms over everyone's minds. Just how serious is Taehyung's condition, and when will we finally hear the truth? The uncertainty surrounding Taehyung's health has left fans in a state of anxiety. The military is known for being strict about information leaks, especially regarding soldiers' well-being. Given Taehyung's celebrity status, it's possible that details about his condition are being withheld to prevent unnecessary panic. However, this lack of transparency only adds to the tension. Could it be that Taehyung is still recovering from the effects of extreme cold exposure? Is his condition temporary? Or are we looking at something more long-term? Medical experts have suggested that prolonged exposure to sub-zero temperatures can cause serious issues, including chronic respiratory problems or even nerve damage. If Taehyung's immune system was compromised during the training incident, he could be at risk for lingering complications. Jungkook's reaction to questions about Taehyung was already concerning, but what happened next only deepened the mystery. Shortly after his cryptic response, Jungkook himself went silent. He halted his usual interactions on social media and disappeared from the public eye for a while. Fans started connecting the dots. Was Jungkook visiting Taehyung? Did he receive an update that left him too emotional to engage with fans? Was he ordered not to speak on the situation? The timing of his absence and his initial reaction made everything feel more suspicious. Jungkook and Taehyung share a bond unlike any other in BTS. They have always been vocal about their friendship, supporting each other through thick and thin. If Taehyung was indeed in a military hospital or undergoing treatment, Jungkook would undoubtedly be affected. But just how serious is it that Jungkook's own behavior has shifted? One thing that ARMY knows for sure, Taehyung is not someone who easily gives in to hardships. Throughout his career, he has battled illnesses, injuries, and emotional struggles, always putting on a brave face for his fans. This isn't the first time he's faced adversity, but it might be one of the most physically challenging situations he has encountered. In previous years, Taehyung has performed on stage while feeling unwell, pushing through pain to deliver the best performances possible. He has opened up about mental and physical struggles, showing his vulnerable side to fans while still maintaining his signature warmth and kindness. If there's one thing we know about Taehyung, it's that he won't let his fans worry unnecessarily. If he could, he would reassure ARMY himself. But this time, things feel different. The silence is unsettling. If Taehyung's condition is as serious as rumors suggest, we may be looking at a longer recovery period. Military training is already demanding, but if an illness or injury is severe, it could mean weeks or even months of rest before he can fully return to normal activities. Could HYB be preparing for an official announcement? Some fans believe that the company is waiting for a stable update before making a public statement. Others fear that they are trying to downplay the situation to avoid backlash. After all, extreme military training is not something to be taken lightly, and if a serious incident occurred, there could be major consequences.